In the heartland of Portland, nestled right in the tranquil serenity of Gresham, was a tale of love gone awry, a chilling shockwave that reverberated across the community. This isn't a story of a forgotten city, it's a tale of a woman, Anastasia Hester, or Annie to those who knew her best. A creative force, a single mother, the very embodiment of normality in a world that often seems anything but. One balmy night in June 2016, that illusion of normality was shattered beyond recognition. Anastasia's home, once a beacon of warmth and love, was transformed into a scene straight out of your worst nightmares. Annie was brutally assaulted, her life extinguished in the most horrifying of circumstances. As the investigators descended upon the scene, they were confronted with a puzzle as complex and intricate as a spider's web, woven with threads of deceit and betrayal. Annie had been savagely attacked and left for dead. The investigation that ensued would prove to mirror the treacherous intricacy of a finely weaved spiderweb. The fingers of suspicion pointed glaringly at Matt Hester, her estranged husband, and his new spouse, Angie McCraw. What lay behind their banal exterior was a dark secret breathing with menace. Matt Hester, a once beloved fantasy writer, and Angie McCraw, his new wife, were the two key figures in this chilling saga. As the investigation unfolded, their quiet, ordinary lives unraveled to reveal a tangled web of deceit and betrayal. The police were meticulous in their pursuit of justice. They sifted through countless pieces of evidence, each one a piece of the jigsaw puzzle that was Anastasia's murder. But it was a pair of boots that would prove to be the smoking gun. Angie McCraw had made a purchase, a seemingly insignificant one at the time, that would ultimately lead to her downfall. A pair of boots, bought just days before the murder, whose footprints matched the bloody tracks left at the scene of the crime. This was the linchpin that would connect her and Matt to the heinous act. But the damning evidence didn't stop there. Phone records showed damning conversations between Matt and Angie, cryptic exchanges that hinted at their sinister plot. This, coupled with Matt's admission to soliciting the murder of his estranged wife, painted a horrifying picture of a couple consumed by malice and revenge. The trial was a whirlwind of emotion, with the evidence stacking against Matt and Angie. The jury didn't take long to reach their verdict. Angie McCraw was sentenced to spend the rest of her life behind bars, while Matt Hester faced 5 years in prison. Their conviction sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone questioning how such an ordinary couple could commit such an extraordinary crime. The peaceful city of Gresham was left to grapple with the dark reality that had unfolded in their midst. Through intense scrutiny, it was revealed how Matt and Angie orchestrated this heinous murder. A pair of boots purchased by Angie echoed the bloody footprints that marked the death scene. Matt, once a revered fantasy writer, suffered a fall from grace as he confessed to soliciting Anastasia's murder. The courtroom was an arena of shock and disbelief as he admitted to orchestrating the brutal end of a woman who was once his life partner. This was a man who had once woven tales of fantastical realms, now entangled in a real-life horror story of his own making. The sentencing phase was a grim spectacle. The once respected author was now a pariah, a symbol of the monstrous depths humanity could sink to. His co-conspirator, Angie McCraw, the woman who had stepped into Anastasia's shoes, was equally implicated. Her involvement in this chilling plot was undeniable, her guilt etched in the bloody footprints left at the crime scene. The gavel of justice fell hard. Angie McCraw was sentenced to a lifetime in prison, while Matt Hester faced 5 years of incarceration. The sentence may have seemed inadequate to some, but it was a grim reminder of the consequences of such heinous acts. An entire community was left shell-shocked. Beneath the veneer of an everyday life was buried a dark reality, a chilling testament to the depths of human betrayal and manipulation. The picturesque city of Gresham, Oregon, was forever marked by the savage murder of Anastasia Annie Hester. The tranquility of the community was shattered, replaced by a lingering sense of unease and a haunting question. How well do we truly know our neighbors? Annie's story is a tragic tapestry woven with threads of love, deceit, and deadly betrayal. The affable fantasy writer and the woman he loved were unmasked as architects of a heinous crime. Their actions not only stole a life, but also shattered the innocence of a peaceful community. In the end, justice was served, albeit with a bitter aftertaste. The story serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of trust and the catastrophic outcomes of deceit and betrayal. The torture of Anastasia Hester, a damning narrative etched in the annals of true crime.